Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cole TV and PW60. I am the Light Skin Gaigin Denard Ramon, and Sunday, July 23rd marks the beginning of one of the most important tournaments in Stardom's history. Of course, I'm talking about the 5-Star Grand Prix. And with this, I'm going to provide you with a 3-part series, a Learning the Ropes special, if you will. What I'm going to do is give you an introduction to what the tournament is and what it represents, a brief history of all the tournament's past winners. I will break down the digits of some of the most important facts of the tournament, as well as giving you a list of the participants involved in it. So with that said, let's learn the ropes about the 5-Star Grand Prix. Just 1 year into the company's existence, Stardom would create a familiar tournament league, much like promotions in Japan had done before them. In the summer of 2012, Stardom would announce its inaugural 5-Star Grand Prix. The tournament was inspired and formatted in the traditional style of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax. The tournament was designed to test a competitor's strength, determination, and will, to see just how far they are willing to dig to achieve victory and supremacy over their peers. But how is this tournament structured, and what exactly are the rules? Much like the G1, participants are split into 2 separate pools or blocks. Participants will face each other within their respective block in one-on-one matches. Block matches have either a 15 or 20-minute match duration. 2 points for every win, 1 for every tie. The Red Stars and Blue Stars block winners will meet each other in the finals, where the winner will receive a title match of their choice at the end of the year. The year 2012 saw the inaugural tournament that began on August 19th and concluded on September 30th. 12 participants in total, which saw amazing Joshi talents across the field. Talents such as Nane Takahashi, Kyoko Kimura, Saki Kashima, Akta Yasukawa, and pre-WWE talents Kairi, better known as Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai, better known as Io Sky. The field saw a bit of international flavor as well. Dark Angel, who was better known as Sarita from her days in TNA, would also take part in the inaugural tournament. When block action concluded, the finals came down to Kyoko Kimura, the mother of the late Hana Kimura, and Yuzuki Aikawa, Stardom's inaugural Wonder of Stardom champion. Kimura and Aikawa battled fiercely, but in the end, Aikawa would put away her adversary with a Tiger Suplex and won the first ever 5-Star Grand Prix. In 2013, the 5-Star would see a similar size, with its participants capped at 12, but it would see some fresh faces. Faces such as Kaori Oniyama, before she limited her vocabulary to 1 word, and Takumi Iroha, a talent that would go on to make a name for herself in the marvelous That's Women's Pro Wrestling promotion. However, the one fresh face that stole the tournament would hail from Berlin, Germany. Alpha Female, also known as Jazzy Gabbert, would be one of the finalists in the 2013 5-Star Grand Prix. In fact, her only competition in the block with her was reigning World of Stardom champion Io Shirai, who matched Alpha Female's point total at 7, but due to the tiebreaker victory Alpha Female earned over Shirai, she would be the one to advance to the finals. Her opponent, however, was no slouch, as Alpha Female would face the very first Red Belt champion, Nane Takahashi. The two threw their best shots at each other, but in the end, a lariat from Takahashi would be the prevailing shot to secure the 2013 5-Star. The third consecutive year the 5-Star would still see a pool of 12 players, but big names played a huge part. Returning to the 5-Star would be names such as Kairi Oniyama, Kyoko Kimura, Takumi Iroha, as well as Nane Takahashi. Making their 5-star debuts would be the likes of women's wrestling veteran cheerleader Melissa and Koguma. But 2014's 5-star is remembered for the debut of soon-to-be Stardom icon Mayu Iwatani, as she showed her will by managing to obtain 6 points in her block. However, the block would eventually be won by Yoshiko, who was the reigning World of Stardom champion at the time, and would also move on to the finals. Yoshiko's opponent in the finals would be Io Shirai, the genius of the sky, the same woman that Yoshiko defeated for the red belt a little over a month prior. In the end, Io hit her trademark moonsault, awarding her the crown of the 2014 5-star. The 2015 tournament would be the final year we would see 12 total participants. However, the field was extra diverse, as half the participants originated from outside of Japan. Queen Maya representing Italy, Starfire representing Mexico, La Rosa Negra representing Puerto Rico, and Chelsea Diamond and Chris Wolf representing the US. However, Canada would be represented in the finals, as Montreal, Quebec, Canada-born Hudson Envy would become the second foreigner to reach the 5-star Grand Prix final. Joining Envy would be the pirate princess Kairi. The two battled for nearly 20 minutes, but in the end, a corner foot stomp and a diving elbow secured Kairi's voyage to the 5-star crown. The 2016 edition of the 5-star saw the field expanded to 14 players. Among the field of participants was Kaylee Ray, better known as WWE's Alba Fire, Courtney Stewart, better known as WWE's Isla Dawn, and current AEW superstar Toni Storm. Natsupoi, competing under the name of Natsumi Maki, made her 5-star debut as well in 2016. In the finals, Yoko Bito would win her block by 1 point over Kaylee Ray, and would meet the daughter of the legendary Four Horsemen member Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard, in the finals. Blanchard, who showed flashes of what she had to offer the pro wrestling world. However, Yoko Bito's dull B finisher would be the definitive gust of wind to extinguish Tessa's flame, as Yoko Bito would win the 2016 5-star. 2017's 5-star grew as the field expanded to 16 players, a field that saw key players that would be crucial into Stardom's future. Players such as Kagetsu, Io Shirai, Hazuki, Tam Nakano, Jungle Kyona, Konami, and Hana Kimura. It would also feature some international talent such as the exotic goddess Mandy Leon, Zaya Brookside, as well as Viper, better known as WWE's Piper Niven. Also returning to the field was Kaylee Ray and Toni Storm, fresh off of her appearance in WWE's inaugural Mae Young Classic. The finals would see a battle like none other, as Toni Storm would win her respective block and move on to face the woman who won the prior year's 5-star Grand Prix, that being Yoko Bito, which marked the very first time a former 5-star winner made consecutive appearances in the finals. Yoko and Toni fought to the bitter end, but a succession of Storm Zeros would be Yoko's undoing, as Toni claimed the crown of the 5-star Grand Prix, also becoming the first foreigner to win the prestigious tournament. To say that the 2018 5-star Grand Prix was about introducing fresh faces would be an understatement. Kimber Lee, Rachel Ellering, Nicole Savoy, also known as Lil Swole, former Women of Honor champion Kelly Klein, Jamie Hayter, Samiri Natsu, Momo Watanabe, and Natsuko Tora all made their debuts in the 5-star Grand Prix. 2018 would also be the year of the returning Saki Kashima, as she made a return to the company in the 5-star Grand Prix after a 5-year absence. But among the freshest of debuts and returning players, one name was truly thrusted into the spotlight to solidify her arrival, not just in Stardom, but in all of Joshi. Utami Hayashishita made her debut in Stardom on August 12, 2018, just 1 month shy of her 20th birthday. A week later, she was competing in the 5 Star Grand Prix and making quite the impression. So much of an impression that Utami would win her block to advance to the finals, where she would meet the Stardom icon Mayu Iwatani. The young rookie gave Iwatani everything she could handle and then some, including working over Mayu's left arm to prevent her from using her finishing high-angle dragon suplex. However, the night belonged to the veteran Iwatani, who fought through the pain and hit her finish to win the 2018 5 Star Grand Prix. And that'll do it for this first part of this very special Learning the Ropes series of the 5 Star Grand Prix. Make sure you tune in next time as we take a look at the 2019 and 2020 5 Star Grand Prix tournaments. With that said, for PW60, I am the Light Skin Gaigin Denard Ramon, and that was Joshi.